Okay, hello everybody. This is Young Family Tai Chi long form, and today section 1. So today our new move is going to be single whip. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to start by doing everything from the beginning of the form until the end of grasp sparrow's tail, which is the last move before single whip. Okay, I'm going to turn around. And prepare. So head up, tailbone down, hands by your sides. Think about extending your body. Opening. Rotate your arms, come up to shoulder level, and then press down almost to the bottom. Grasp the bird's tail, left ward off, shift left, turn right, all the weight on the right, step and close, turn and open. Ward off right, shift right, turn the left foot to the corner, pull left, ward off down right, pull in the right foot, step and close, shift and open. Roll back. Rotate your arms as you turn to the corner. Shift your weight back as you turn to the other corner. Press. Pull in the right, attach the left, and expand forward. Push. Flatten your hands. Square up your shoulders. Come back over a ball. Hands in front of your chest. And push forward. Okay. Are there any questions on that so far?
Nope.
Okay. Now single whip. In the long form, we do a lot of single whips. There are like 10 of them. So you're going to have a lot of practice. The single whip is actually a relatively complicated form, and it has quite difficult footwork. And the reason is that when you turn your right foot, you have to turn 135 degrees. And that's a lot. So if I will show you the move in the direction that you would be doing it. And then I'm going to turn around and show it to you so you can see more of the hand and footwork. So from the way you would be doing it, you would be going from push and you would be coming back and turning, pressing down, making a hook hand. So if we look just at the footwork first, and I'm going to do it facing you. Let's say that you were at push. So you are at a bow stance. And the footwork goes like this. So you're going to shift your weight back so you can release the front foot. And you're going to turn this foot 135 degrees to that corner. Then you're going to shift back, release the front foot, pull it in, and step out to a bow stance. So you're going to go from a bow stance that way to a bow stance that way. So the trick is that if your stride is long, it's easier. Because if your stride is long, when you turn, your feet will not be crossed when you come back and shift. Pull in and step out for a bow stance. So the question really is flexibility as to when you move, when you turn your left foot. So here, when I'm in a bow stance here, and I'm essentially putting my weight on the left and releasing the front so that it can turn, then I move my weight back, release the front foot, and this allows my hips to turn so that they line up with the right foot. And then I can step forward and make my bow stance. So for people who have a hard time making that right foot turn here, if you can see, I want you to turn there. If you cannot make it that far, let's say you can only make it this far. What I want you to do is I want you to either turn basically on the ball of your right foot, but either by turning the ball on both feet or one at a time, whichever is easier for you. And the reason I like this, as opposed to some of the other transitions, is that I want you to have your foot pointing to the corner before you make your bow stance. Because if you are unable to turn all the way to the corner, and let's say you can only get this far, and you try to make your bow stance and then kind of turn it at the end, what happens is that this is more difficult. In other words, it's easier if you get this foot to the corner first and then step out. You see what I'm saying? So
you don't get to do the 135.
You should do the 135. I'm just talking about if you can't get all the way to 135. But you can do 135, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have that problem. Okay, so if you can do the 135, then after you get to 135, shift your weight back on the right foot and then pivot the left foot to release your hips so that your hips line up with your back foot direction. And then step out to a bow stance. Okay? So no questions on the footwork, right?
Nope.
Okay. Hands. The when you start with push, what you want to do is as you move your weight back, you should flatten and extend your hands. Then you're going to essentially swing them around. And how do you swing them around? You essentially bend your left elbow first and the right arm follows as you come around. So when you come around, your your body can come all the way around to the corner and your arms can go beyond. So your arms are actually going 180 degrees. Press down and then ward off with the left and hook hand with the right. So in terms of the coordination, what happens is you're pushing. As your weight is shifting back, you flatten your hands. And then as you turn your right foot, your arms are going to swing. Turn and swing all the way to the side. As you press down, your weight goes to the back foot and you pivot the front foot so that your hips line up with your back foot more comfortably. Then you're going to make the ward off shape with the left and the hook hand with the right. And your hook hand should be around neck height. Think about you're going to strike somebody on the neck, even though the application, you're using this part to strike, but in the form, it's more graceful when it looks like this, okay? So the form makes some accommodation to how it looks, okay? So from push, flatten as your weight shifts back. As your right foot turns, your arms are swinging all the way around. Press down and shift your weight to the back. Then pivot your front foot as you make a ward off with the left and a hook hand with the right. Now the ward off is a ward off shape. You're not actually warding off at this point. When do you actually ward off? You ward off here. So it's as if you had an opponent on this side and you're striking them here and you're warding off your opponent there with a standing ward off. So this is a preparation and the actual ward off is a standing ward off. Okay, and the standing ward off is like 45 degrees from, you know, relative to your body. Okay, so you're pushing, you're coming back, you're turning, you're pressing down and shifting your weight back. As you make your ward off with the left and hook hand with the right, you release your front foot so that your hips line up more naturally to the corner. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to come in, step, and ward off. So you're basically connecting and rooting. Then as you flatten your foot, you're deflecting and then shift weight and strike. Now the single whip is the second position where you're straight up and down. And in order to be straight up and down, what happens is that as you strike, okay, you're turning, you're rotating on your forearm as you flatten your foot. When you strike, you are shifting your weight and your hips whir toward the corner. You're going to make them a little more, okay, more. And that allows you to put the right hip down a little bit so that you can get that straight up and down stance. You see what I'm saying? So what it looks like is you're here, you come back, you turn, press down, ward off left, hook hand right, then standing ward off, step, deflect, strike. So you have this little at the end to basically put more waist movement into your strike. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And that allows you to get that vertical positioning. So let's do this a couple of more times, okay? So you are at push, or I'm going to do it the same direction as you, okay? You're at push. Then you're going to start shifting your weight back, flatten your hands. Then turn, come back, shift your weight to the back as you're pushing down. Release the front foot, ward off with the left, hook hand with the right. Standing ward off as you step, deflect, strike. One of the things is that the other thing that is difficult about this move is that your ending position, not only are you straight up and down, but your head is looking straight through the tiger's mouth. So your hips are turned a little bit more this way, and your head is turned a little more that way, because in order, it's not that you just glance from the side through your tiger's mouth. You want your nose pointed at your tiger's mouth. Okay, so the stance is quite erect in that way. So this is what it looks like. Okay, you are up and down, your hip is in, and you are looking through your tiger's mouth. So from your push, as you come back and flatten your hands, this whole thing is one fluid motion. You're turning, coming around, pressing down, hook hand and ward off, standing ward off, deflect, and strike. Now, one of the things that you have to be careful is not to go too far. Okay, you want to make sure that you are straight up and down. Your hook hand is actually pretty straight. Okay, so at your ending position, looks like this. Okay, your
Right.
arm is kind of toward the corner, and you're looking through your tiger's mouth.
Your strike is with the edge of the palm.
Yes, your strike is basically with this part of your palm. Here. And I want you to, even though we don't show it this way, I want you to think about striking someone this way, because then your arm will be straighter. Otherwise, you will tend to have kind of a, kind of a wimpy arm. You want it a little straighter. Okay. So let's try it again. I'm going to do the same direction as you. Okay. So I'm at push. I'm coming back and flattening my hands. Then my left hand is leading. My right hand is following. I am pressing down, releasing my front foot. Ward off with the left, hook hand with the right. Standing ward off step. Deflect. Strike. Yes. Rita, would you aim your camera down so I can see you?
I'll try.
Oh, you have a laptop or something.
Yeah,
right?
I have an iPad and it's.
And it's going to flop over if you lean it forward. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. I was trying to figure out, what was happening.
I could.
Do you have any questions on this, by the way?
Oh no, none so far.
Okay.
Regarding the once you turn and you did, yeah, and you don't lift your left leg until your arms are already in position, or you lift it as the arms reach this position.
Oh, you don't lift your legs.
The
I'm
left.
going to do it. I'm going to do it so that you can see better instead of doing it the way, same direction as you. Okay. So from here, what happens is I am moving back. My hands are flattening. I am turning, right? Then as I press down, my weight goes back. I release the front as I make my hook hand and my ward off. Then I pull in and step,
Okay.
deflect and strike. So this is a pull in very much like our right ward off.
Okay.
Remember when we are here and you come in and go out. This
Right.
is the same kind of thing. You're just coming in and going out.
Yeah, I probably meant pull in, but the pull in, you don't do it until the arms are already in position. You don't pull in as they reach their position.
Right. Let's see. So,
And then you pull in.
and then I pull in just before I step.
Okay.
Okay. The only reason I'm pulling in is to make it easier for me to step. Then as I step, in terms of the timing, I am flattening my foot and rotating in order to deflect, and then shift, weight, and strike. So the arms and the leg go together, and you end at the same time.
So in fact, it shouldn't be a really long strike. It's a short strike because you don't want to go too far, right?
Right. Because it can't be too long a strike, because what you're doing here is you're doing a deflection and then striking right away. So
Right.
if someone were coming here and you deflect and strike, it's, it's not going to be very long.
Right. Yeah, I was doing it wrong because I was extending from here, but I was skipping the deflection. So once you insert the deflection, you have a short distance to strike.
Yeah, you have a short distance also because you are not leaning forward. You are straight up and down. So like when you're pushing, you're leaning forward, right? But here, when you're deflecting and striking and you're not leaning forward, then you can't go very far, right?
Okay.
So let's do it a couple more times and then do the whole sparrow's tail all the way through single whip, okay? So I'll do it the same direction as you. So from push, come back, flatten your hands. Turn, right foot and turn your hands. Press down, release the front foot. Ward off with the left, hook in with the right. Standing ward off, step, deflect, strike. Okay, one more time. Push, right foot forward. Single whip. Shift back as you flatten your hands. Pull and turn all the way around. Press down, release the front foot. Ward off with the left, hook in with the right. Standing ward off, step, deflect, strike. That good? One more time. Push. Single whip. Flatten as you release your weight from the front. Turn. Press down. Release the front, ward off left, hook hand right. Standing ward off step, deflect, strike. Okay, let's do it from after opening. So we are almost at the bottom, okay? So you're almost at the bottom. Grasp the bird's tail, ward off left, shift left, turn right, all the weight on the right, step and close, separate and shift weight. Ward off right, shift right, turn the left toe to the corner, pull left, ward off down right, come in, step and close, shift weight, separate, roll back, rotate your arms as you turn to the corner, shift weight back as you turn to the other corner, press, pull in the right, attach the left, expand forward, push, square up your shoulders, flatten your hands, come back over a ball, hands in front of your chest, and push forward to shoulder level. Single whip, shift back as you flatten your hands. Turn and pull all the way around. Press down, release the left foot. Ward off left, hook hand right. Standing ward off, deflect and strike. How's that?
Pretty good.
Okay. You should, one of the things you have to be careful about is don't lean too far forward at the end of your single whip. Because your last move is a strike, there's a great temptation to lean more forward. Okay. So let's do it. Let's do it a few more times from the beginning, and then we can get the sequence all together. Okay. Let's do it from the very beginning. Okay. Prepare. Head up. Sit. Hands by your side. Opening. Rotate your arms. Come up to shoulder level. Press down almost to the bottom. Grasp the bird's tail, ward off left. Shift left, turn right, all the way to the right. Step and close. Shift weight, separate. Ward off right. Shift right. Turn your toe to the corner. Pull left, ward off down right. Come in, step and close. Shift weight, separate. Roll back. Rotate your arms as you turn to the corner. Shift weight back as you turn to the other corner. Press, pull in the right, attach the left, expand forward, push, square up your shoulders, flatten your arms, come back over a ball, hands in front of your chest, push forward. Single whip, shift back, flatten your hands, turn your foot and your arms. Press down, release the front foot, ward off left, hook hand right, standing ward off step, deflect, strike. Okay. The main trick is to smooth things out, right? Okay, let's try it again from the beginning. Prepare, head up, sit slightly, hands by your side. Opening, rotate your arms, come up to shoulder level, press down almost to the bottom. Grasp the bird's tail, ward off left, shift left, turn right, all the weight on the right. Step and close, turn and separate. Ward off right, shift right, turn your toe to the corner, pull left, ward off down right, step and close, separate and shift weight. Roll back, rotate your arms as you turn to the corner. Come back to the other corner. Press, pull in the right, attach the left, expand forward. Push, square up your shoulders, flatten your hands. Come back over a ball, hands in front of your chest. Push up to shoulder level. Single whip. Shift back as you flatten your hands. Pull and turn all the way around. Press down, release the front foot. Ward off with the left, hook hand with the right. Standing ward off, step, deflect, strike. Okay. So when you come forward from your ward off shape here. Let's see, you're here. You come up and step, deflect, strike. Okay. So your hand is a little late. What happens is that when you're here, you are going to, your heel hits at the same time as you have your standing ward off. So you were here, you go in, step, deflect, strike.
So the deflection is the same length of flattening your feet.
The
The deflection goes through the flattening of your feet.
The deflection is all through the flattening of your feet.
Okay.
And the shift weight is where the strike is. So when you have contact, deflect, except you want to smooth it out. But in terms of the timing, that's the way it works. Much better. But think of it this way, if I do it toward you, okay, if I'm here, what happens is deflect, right? So I was here, and I'm coming in, step, deflect, strike.
Have to smooth
So
it
in
out.
terms of if I'm here, think about if I am grabbing somebody's left arm, I'm pulling their wrist and I have my other hand on their upper arm and I'm coming across, okay? So here, then I'm pressing down. My fingertips are facing each other. And then so let's do it a couple more times and then that way we can smooth it out, okay? So at push, right foot forward, then shift back, flatten your hands. Pull, left hand leading, right hand following. Press down, release the left foot. Ward off with the left hook hand with the right. Then step, deflect, strike. Once more. Push. Weight back as you flatten your hands. Pull with the left, follow with the right. Keep turning. Press down, release the front foot. Ward off with the left, hook hand with the right. Standing ward off, step, deflect, strike. Okay? Push. Flatten. Pull and turn. Press down, release the left foot. Ward off with the left, hook hand with the right. Standing ward off, step, deflect, strike. Push. Flatten as you release the front foot. Turn. Press down. Ward off with the left, hook hand with the right. Standing ward off, step, deflect, strike. Okay?
Yes.
All right, let's do it a couple times from the beginning and then we'll close class. Okay? So, feet shoulders width apart, hands by your side, head up, sit a little bit, prepare. Opening, rotate your arms, come up to shoulder level and press down almost to the bottom. Grasp the bird's tail, ward off left, shift left, turn right, all the way to the right. Step and close, swing and shift weight. Ward off right, shift right, turn the left toe to the corner. Pull left, ward off right. Come in, step and close, shift weight, separate. Roll back, rotate your arms as you turn to the corner. Come back as you turn to the other corner. Press, pull in the right, attach the left, and expand forward. Push, square up your shoulders, flatten your arms, come back over a ball, hands in front of your chest. Push to shoulder level. Single whip. Come back, flatten your hands. Pull, left hand leading, right hand following. Press down, release the front foot. Ward off with the left, hook hand with the right. Standing ward off, step, deflect, strike. Okay, one last time. Feet shoulders width apart, head up, sit slightly, hands by your side. Prepare. Opening, rotate your arms. Lift up to shoulder level. Press down, almost to the bottom. Grasp the bird's tail, ward off left. Shift left, turn right, all the weight on the right. Step and close, swing up and shift weight. Ward off right, shift right, turn the left toe to the corner. Pull left, ward off down right. come in, step and close, shift weight separate. Roll back, rotate your arms as you turn to the corner. Come back and shift back to the other corner. Press, pull in the right, touch the left, expand forward. Push, square up your shoulders, flatten your arms, come back over a ball, hands in front of your chest, push to shoulder level. Single whip, shift back as you flatten your hands. Pull, left hand leading, right hand following. Press down, release the front foot. Ward off with the left, hook hand with the right. Standing ward off. Step, deflect, strike. Okay. How is that? A lot of practice.
Yep.
So, any questions?
No, it's all clear. Just to smooth it out.
Yeah, it's just practice to smooth out. That's all there is to it. Okay. Well, thank you very much for coming to class, and I will see you next week.
Thank you, Rita.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.